Oh, hello, my dear darling sugar cookies. I don't know about anybody else this weekend, but I feel like last week, like, just knocked me around, like, those little punching bags that it's like you're just like I just like life did that to me, or like threw me into a rock tumbler, and I like blinked really hard, and then the entire weekend was over. And I was like, my weekend. But I don't know. That's my own fault because I foolishly, not foolishly, but foolishly did a bunch of work this weekend, like moving boxes and assembling a bookcase and buying a bookcase and all of this other shittery. So I can't. I don't really have anyone to blame except myself. But it's also I got a lot done. But oh my god. But other than that, I'm great. But no, seriously, I'm glad I'm unpacking these boxes because it's shit that's been in boxes since we moved 2.5 years ago. Yeah. And so I'm tired of it being in boxes. And so things need to get on a shelf or get the hell out of my house. And luckily, my husband is fine with either one. Anything I want to put on display, he's like, great. Anything of mine I want to get rid of, he's like, great. Have a good old time. Bye bye. Light it on fire. Like, so yeah. That's my weekend. And my today. Hang on, I'm about to yawn. In my opinion, yawning on stream should be illegal, but I would be the biggest offender. And we do have projects scheduled. We have at least a few things we're doing. But we're going to start by making a really simple origami box because I need one. And so we're just going to grab a piece of paper because you see me like holding the little boxes I make. They're all just from a single square piece of paper. You can make them. I start with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. You can start with a much smaller piece of paper and you just end up with a smaller box. But let me grab a quick piece of paper. Okay, we have two paper choices. I think we're going to go just offhand. Yeah, let's go with brights. I think we need something bright and cheerful and cute and rainbowy. Not that bright. That'll kind of hurt my eyeballs. Ooh, that's beautiful. We've got a gorgeous rainbow gradient there. And if we decide to make another one, we'll make it out of this one. Because I really like its bright yellow cheerfulness. And hang on, I just seen the folding bone and it was on the floor. Oink. Oh. But there we go. Seriously, it also just makes a lovely like stream background, but not really because we do a lot of color work and we couldn't color match anything on top of this. But isn't it a lovely gradient? Okay. Let's see. I was like, doesn't this have an edge? It does. So some scrapbook paper has this, like a little bitty tab on the end, which is, I don't know. I'm not really a fan because then you end up having to do this and you end up with like a sloppy edge. And don't really feel like finding the paper cutter. I'm not finding, I know where it is, but I'm not dragging out the paper cutter just to fix that. You know what, we're going to leave it, as much as that kills me, because then if you try to cut it off, you end up cutting off some of your paper, and then your paper's not square anymore, which doesn't really matter if you're, say, making a sign, or just writing someone's name on a cute piece of paper and then handing it to them. But if you're doing an origami project, it kind of really super matters, and so it's frustrating, you know. And maybe they do it because, like, you know, sometimes when you're ripping paper out of the glue thing, it like eats a little piece of the paper. I'm guessing that's why it's like that, to give people a buffer against that. But dang, is it annoying. Okay, I'm sure this has names of folds in origami world, but I don't know what they are. We just folded all of our sides in, and now we're folding corners to the middle. I was like, oh, why am I using my finger for this? I got the folding zone for a reason. But no, I was thinking about this the other day, because sometimes right when I start my stream, I'll instantly start a project, and then people come in and they're like already behind, or they already missed me opening the thing. I was like, maybe we need like an opening task. You know what I mean? Like a little warm up. Just something to do before we really start. There we go. So this is going to be the inside of our box. Like, we know that this right here is going to be where the pieces meet, and we usually put a piece of tape there, and then oftentimes we put a cute sticker also. But really, the real key is you can put, you know, a sticker on top of the tape, but put a little piece of good tape right there. And so a while ago, I'd kind of forgotten how to make these because, you know, if you haven't done one in a while, your muscles forget. And I went to make one. I had to go look up instructions. That's fine. So I looked up the instructions, and I could not figure out, like, what in the hell they were doing. Like, the end result looked like what I knew how to make. And then it's one of those things, there's probably at least 3 different ways to do this same thing. I learned it a certain way, and I couldn't even, like I was looking at the other set of instructions, and I was like, huh? And then it's like, you know, one of those things you see, or like the one you learned from, like a, you know, 18-year-old Instructables post or whatever, that it's just been the answer so many times that it doesn't matter how old the page is, it's still going to be the top answer. Yeah, one of those. So speaking of, let's say we did need to chop off the side of this box to make it square, like it was really heinously, like the edge looked like really shitty, then the smart money would be on taking it and then cutting off the exact same amount on the other side, so it would again be square, and it's going to be just a little bit smaller then. So then you would use that piece of paper to make the bottom of a box, and then use a full-size piece of paper to make its hat. And they just interlock. It's very cute. But this that I'm about to do is definitely the most complicated step of doing this. And that's all that it is you fold in its little sides so the little points meet. And that's it. But no, I use these at work, at home. I give little things, like if I'm going to give somebody a gnome, sometimes it comes in a box. Gotta say, I'm not really a big fan of like the United Colors of Benetton color block look we got going in the middle here. That is not my favorite. The paper was really cute, and the outside is cute and gradient, but the inside is, Maybe it's just me. I don't like color block. And see, we're just taking our folding bone and just pushing on these edges, and just doing that gives everything such a more crisp and clean look. There we go. And so like I said, we're gonna put one piece of good Scotch gift wrap tape right in the middle. It does not want to stick. There we go. It's not that it didn't want to stick, it just did not want to stay the way I wanted. Oh, that's cute. Nice gradient. That just looks like a thing for like a board game. Like a sorry board, maybe? That's what it looks like. Or Trouble, one of those. Oh, yeah. It's very quiet this evening. Is it a holiday? Oh, I bet people's kids are going back to school. Our kid doesn't go back to school for a couple weeks yet, but I bet for a lot of people, it's the first day back at school for the new year. Here, I'm going to turn on my music down so Chapel Roan can keep me company. Not like over the speakers, because that's ridiculous, but... Ooh, and this yellow paper kind of is a little bit reminiscent of tonight's proposed or alleged pineapple theme. Okay. We want to get these original, like the initial folds nice and perfect, or the corners just will not ever be even. Alright, hang on just a second. My phone's beeping at me. Rustic says, I am in Adland. Oh my god, speaking of doing even first... Okay. Arleona says, popping in to let you know we got your package. Hey, I don't think that was even supposed to be there until Wednesday. Grouchy liked this birthday gift. Aww. Yes, and I hope you enjoyed that you got 2 boxes. Because after I made the second box, I was like, no, that's way cuter. Like, after I made a few, I was like, that's way cuter than initial box. We gotta get them an auxiliary box. Right? The second one is so much cuter. But I was like, well, I'm still going to send original box. You know, I don't need it. Not that I don't need it, but just if I want another one, I can make another one. So I figured I would just send both of them. Oh, and you had stickers in there too? I've sent, last week I sent several pieces of mail, and the week before that I sent several pieces of mail, as I'm trying to remember. I was thinking, did you get a gnome? And okay, what is going on here? Why is this like a full, does this have like a tab of extra paper? I was like, why is this so wrong? All dang bit of extra paper. I was like, how? I was like, if I suddenly forgot how to fold a piece of paper in half, this is concerning for all of us. And oh my gosh, Arleona, how was your first day subbing? What grade was it? Okay, now this piece of paper is kind of honky, but we'll figure it out. Second. Exhausting. Oh my gosh, a room full of second graders. Were they sweet at least? Second graders are pretty freaking sweet. Like, they're just sweethearts, I mean. That class has had a different sub since the second day of school. But I mean, how long have they been in school? They've just had no consistency. Those poor kids. And the poor teacher. Do they have a teacher, but the teacher is just sick? Or are they still trying to fill the position? Okay, this should work a lot better now that we've actually marked the center of our paper and have folded things in half. But a week of a new sub every day, the beginning of second grade, those poor little beepers. Are you going to sub for them again? And ooh, did their teacher already give lesson plans, or did you have to make them on the fly? Sam says, ooh, shiny orange paper. See, it's actually yellow. It's a sunshiny, rich yellow with very shimmery. Did I miss Paul? No, you did not. It was just really quiet, and so I was just doing making a few origami boxes before we got started. And then we're hearing about Arleona's first day as a sub, and she taught second grade. Oh, Mr. Dirty Blood, you would. Thank you. I appreciate you, baby. 28 months? Weird. Weird. Sam says, first day, woo, right? But yeah, how did it go with the kids? Did everybody learn something? Hopefully. That's the goal. Well, I mean, I guess when you're a teacher, my only goal would be, please let these children not mutiny and then murder me. Let me just get through this day. Everyone says, they are crazy, but I think they'll be a great group once they get consistency. Yeah, they will need someone who is a leader of children. Some people are just leaders of children. Like, instead of, like, yelling at, like, I'm not one of these people. I just know a few of them. If they want everyone to come and sit down, they just go and sit down on the rug themselves and sit down and basically make it appealing. And then they say, oh, we have, like, everybody, let's come do this. And I would be like, you mother lovers, you sit down on this rug. If I hear one more peep, there's gonna be peeps. I don't even know what that means, but I'll figure it out later. Yeah. That's why nobody wants me as their teacher. His name says, just another manic Monday. Ooh, any new interviews on the horizon? Any other exciting looking prospects? Seems that I don't have the patience for my own children. This is why they say, like, it takes a special heart to be a teacher. And I'm like, that is abso-freaking-lutely true. Ooh, Thursday, IHOP. What? Tipped job. Well, I mean, even if you start out busing, they, you know, if you already know the menu and stuff, whatever the position is, hell yes. And Sam says, going to Thunder Valley just to humor my stepdad. I don't know what Thunder Valley is. And Sam says, dishwasher. Seriously? That is how you get started places. And also, not even just get started. You might find you really enjoy being able to do that. And just, like, not have to deal with people. Just be able to listen to podcasts. Do your job, not have any questions. Because it's like, well, are the dishes done? They are? Okay, then I did my job. Ooh. The casino, they're doing job fairs, but in the next town. But, so is he gonna drive you? That'd be my first question. You want me to get a job in the next town, bro? Who is driving me there? But I would say, dang, girl, as far as opportunities for advancement, casino. Casino. Because the casino, there are so many different departments that you could eventually work in. You could do event security. Like, there are so many things. And you do not need to be a 12-foot tall dude punching people to be a security person. You really don't. You need to be, like, eyes open and ready to ask people for their, you know what I mean? Like, there are so many things you might be able to do. That's like job smorgasbord opening. I told my mom I'm not riding my bike there. Thankfully, she agreed. Ooh, yeah. Job fair it up, dude. That's my thought. Yeah, there's a lot of jobs there. See, and I don't know. I like the sounds of that. Also, if there's a lot of jobs there, there has to be at least some housing in town, like in that town. So maybe eventually move to that town. They're used to having, that town's probably very accustomed to having single people in apartments. Ooh, shiny yellow bucks. But yay, exciting. And so when is the job fair? Oh, I just needed origami boxes in general because I use them to store lots and lots of things, and also I use them to give stuff away. So, yeah. Tomorrow for housekeeping. Nice. Another job where hopefully if they're sensible, you can just come, do your job, wear your headphones, do your thing, and then go home. Ooh. Remember the last one of these we opened? It was this rainbow cake shown on the front. And that is going to rustic because pastel rainbow is her jam. But I haven't mailed it yet. Because, like I said, I do mailing in chunks. And I just did a mailing. Ooh, birthday ball. Yes! And I think I know which one this is. When I bought it at the store, I didn't have like one of the pinhole guides because there's little guides that like show which thing is which. But I didn't have one at the store, so I just picked one randomly. Come on. Ah, Sam says, I'm not happy. It'll make my stepdad happy. He hasn't been happy with me on how I job hunt. Everything is online. He just doesn't get it. I really like that you're doing it. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. And just, it's not even, well, it's not that, of course we want you to get the position, but even if it doesn't turn out that way, you still did the thing. You know what I mean? You're doing the thing. Nobody gets to complain about it after that. Good. I don't want to say not like good girl, but just smart friend. Very smart, my friend. Just fucking do the damn thing, so you don't have to hear about it again later.